Today, let's make some holes in our journal pages. Hello and welcome, it's Barbara from Vienna, Austria. So you probably know this monstrous beauty from my junk journal snacks. If you watch my videos on Sundays, this is where I create a lot of my Sunday junk journal snacks episodes. It is absolutely bursting. So let's open her up. This is a journal I bought from lovely Nadia. I will link her Instagram down below for you in case you want to check out her other journals. I believe she has a very long waiting list at the moment. Look at this. Beautiful but insane. It's getting really challenging to work in this, but I love it so much. I never want it to end. So I've picked out a page which is here next to my Prince of Italy page. And there's a specific reason for that. I need to prop her up because I cannot work in this. I have to put a whole nother journal underneath. Otherwise, this is not going to work. There. The reason why it had to be this particular page is because for what I have in mind, I actually need 3 pages. So 1, 2, 3. I've seen this idea about a year ago on Instagram from Sky Bambi. If I can find her post, I will definitely link that for you below. And I thought the idea was so cool. I don't know if it was originally hers or not. But anyway, the idea is to have a hole here and then to have a bigger hole here. And then we'll put something, I guess, behind the hole so that we can see that. But the point was then to put some like butterflies and maybe some floral elements around the holes. And it looks really cool, hopefully. We'll see. But that's the plan anyway. So I need to start by making a hole in this one. So let's just poke a hole in here. And I think I want these to be oval. Okay, that's not really an oval, right? Let's try some more. Maybe it's a better idea to draw an oval first with a pencil and then to try to tear around that because this is clearly not working. Okay, let's try this. I don't know if I can draw an oval any better. Very lopsided. Okay, so now I'm going to try to tear along that line. Oh my goodness, this is totally not working. Oh, you know what? I just had an idea. Let's take a wet brush and draw our oval with the brush. So that should, in theory, soften the paper and tear where I want it to tear. Like with the napkins, right? So if we do this enough, obviously the paper is stiffer than napkin. Let's see if my theory works. I'd say that theory definitely worked. It's amazing how much harder it is to tear a specific shape than you'd think, right? I'm just kind of grunging it up a little bit by bending some of these parts back a little bit. This hole is much bigger than I anticipated, so hopefully I can make the next one even bigger. Then I'll trace my circle so that I know how big it is for the next page. Yeah, so I see that here, and then we'll go around it a little bigger. No, smaller? Wait, no, I'm confused. Oh, it needs to be smaller, obviously, not bigger. If it's bigger, we won't be able to see it through. Oh boy. Okay, so it's good that this is this large because otherwise it would be hard to go even smaller. Okay, so I'm going to then draw a circle with my water brush, which is smaller. Oh, this is so much better with the water. Yes. Okay, so that's the easiest thing to do, is not only make the water circle, but then once you have the hole in the middle, to cut out to your edge of the circle, and then it's so much easier. Learning by doing, right? Okay, I'm bending these out. Now let's see. Oh yes, how cool is that? And then we need to figure out what to put in here. I like this. So first of all, I want to define these edges more. So I'm going to distress my edges, and rather than doing that with this, because I don't think I can do it precisely enough with this. And yes, I have one of these small finger daubers, but I want to try it with a paintbrush and my super thick coffee. So I'll start on the inside one. Oh yeah, this is great. Oh, I love this dark coffee. So this is just a coffee mixture that I've left standing for weeks and weeks, and it dries out completely. And then whenever I want to use it, I just activate it with a little bit of water, and it's almost like a syrup. Huge thank you to Sonja, also known as Elise Klatschmon on Instagram. This was a tip from her. She always has brilliant ideas, especially concerning coffee. She's like the coffee expert. So I quickly dried that with my heat gun, and now I want to erase those pencil marks. On the smaller hole on the back, I want to add an image of like a meadow. I have this amazing book. This is the name. It's German. Maybe you can find this somewhere on eBay. I don't know. Here's the information. So there's the title, the author, the publisher, and it's from 1961. Here's all the information. And these here are the kind of images it has inside. Aren't these absolutely adorable? I wish I could scan these for you, but they are still under copyright, so unfortunately I cannot. Obviously, if you can draw, you could draw your own little scene in there, or find a magazine image or whatever. You could even stamp, and you could color the stamps. There's a lot of things you could put in here, but this is what I want to do. I think I want this one with the butterfly, since I want to add some butterflies on the outside as well. Ah, there's a little bee as well. Oh, I'd like to have both. That's not gonna work. Okay, so I think I'll go for this one here, like that. So I tore that down a little bit, and now I'm going to glue that. Okay, so we have that. That's good. And now we need some butterflies and maybe some more flowers around both of these layers. And to stay in the same vibe of this image, I think I'll just cut some flowers out from these images here so that everything matches. So again, maybe you have some floral stamps or butterfly stamps that you could use, or any other kind of images, and then just stamp them on a piece of paper and cut them out and color them if you want. Or maybe you have some digitals with some florals on them. You might need to print them at a smaller percentage to make it work for your size. And then just cut those out. Or maybe there's some clip art that you have that would work for this. Lots of options, I think. I want the images to kind of go over the edge. So that wasn't very smart to make the edge 3D like this, because now it's going to be hard to glue things on top. Yeah, good job. But something like this, for example, you know, I want them to go in like that. Maybe also just some leaves like here. Oh, that's so cute. Basically, you're building yourself like a 3D garden like this. I'm not sure if this one is too big, but I could try putting that like maybe on the bottom here. I'm not sure about this one yet. I'll leave it here for now, but yeah, I don't think I like it because I don't want this garden to spill out over the page. I think I'd rather like it to be like a hole through which we're looking, and we're looking into the garden. So the garden is not where we are. So then this doesn't work unless I stick it in here. Like that, but it might be too big for that. We can still make that decision later. Can you believe I've been thinking about creating a page like this for a year? Wow, that's a really long time. I'm glad I'm finally getting this out of my system. Then I want some butterflies. Most of these are way too big. I always have some cut out for me already. If you are in need of butterflies, I will link some from my shop below for you, but I'm guessing most of us have butterflies from somewhere already. If I leave this yellow flower, if you know me, then you know I need another yellow thing here, and that should probably be a butterfly, but I don't want it to be too big. This one is, I think, a bit too small, probably. It's big, isn't it? Yeah, that's big. Here we go. Or even this one that just has a tiny speck of yellow. That could be cute. What if we add more butterflies on the outside to make it kind of seem like the butterflies are flying into this garden? So the closer they are to us, the bigger the butterflies are, right? This is farther away, so it's smaller. So that means, in theory, we could add some more bigger butterflies around here, including up here on this back page. So now, of course, my theory with the yellow triangle doesn't work anymore because now I have this here. You see what changed now? I see this better when I look through the camera. I have orange and orange. So I feel like I need another smaller orange one, maybe somewhere here. I have this one, which would work from the composition, I think. No, it doesn't really. This is tricky. I know I'm overthinking this, but I can't help it. It has to work. Maybe I need to retract my steps and see when was it still working. So if I take this away and this away, this works for me totally, but I want something on the outside, and I like the idea of the butterflies. I like having one here on the edge of my journal page. Maybe the color is too strong. Maybe this is a little more balanced from just looking at the color. Maybe if we stick to the yellow ones, if we add one here. Now, of course, the yellow sticks out again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would see this as one entity, which is balanced, but it doesn't really look balanced because the proportions are so different. What if we add another small yellow one? I have no idea how I'm going to glue those down, those that are on the edge, actually. That's going to be fun. What if we take this away? No. Maybe I should really just concentrate on the area around the holes. How about if we add a blue one? Because we have blue in the flowers there. I don't want these facing in the same direction. So let's put him like this. Yes, I'm liking this. What if we try a blue one more on the outside? No, see, that pulls your attention there. I think I want the attention to hone in on this circle. So maybe the outside shouldn't have anything to distract from this. I took a photo with my iPad so that I will know where everything should be placed, because I'm happy with that. So let's try to glue all this down. So let's remove all the pieces. And I'm not inking these up. I want them to be light and airy, and I don't think that would work if I give them a dark edge. So first I need to glue this page on this one, but of course we have this here, which I like. We can bend this down. And unfortunately, I will lose my stitching here, which is from this pocket, but we still see it here, so that's fine. I think I'll just tear this corner off. Yep, now I'll glue this down. I'm wondering if I should have this over this. No, that's weird. Or I could actually just tear this as well instead of having it folded. Yep, I'll do that. That's good. Actually, I want to edge these edges here with my walnut stain. I should have done that before I glued it, but I can still pull it off. Because I like the fact that they're torn and I want to accent that a little bit. Yeah, that's better. And before I glue this down, I should now, of course, glue on the elements that were on the inside. And I'm thinking whether I need to... No, that's okay. The book page is stiff enough. If it was very flimsy, I would back this with cardstock first, but these are pretty good. So I'm just gluing the bottom part because the top is sticking out. Then we had these leaves. Again, I'm not going to glue all the way until the top. They go here. It's really, really helpful to have a photo. Then we have our little, is this a dandelion? I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be a dandelion. Add that. Okay, now we can glue down this layer here. In case you're wondering what glue this is, I found this recently at my local art store, Ökokohl. It's the store's own brand. So if you're in Germany, you know Gerstica maybe. It's their own brand. And it's a multi-purpose glue, solvent-free, highest adhesive strength, odorless, fast drying. Here it says for paper, carton, wood, and all open porous materials. So I'm trying this for the first time. So far it's fine, but I haven't really used it enough to really judge it. But so far I'm very happy with it. For this one, I think we'll need a little help with some foam stickers. This little guy also has some foam stickers on the back. And so does this one. I think it would be nice to have a poem on this page. So I'm going to add some gesso around here where the writing is. I should have probably done that before I glued on the butterflies. We'll make it work somehow. Let's add some up here as well where there's some more writing. But before I add my writing, I want to add some gold splatters here. And I have this jar here with some acrylic paint mixed with water. This was an idea I stole from Louise when I was at her place. She has this with white, black, gold, and coffee, I believe. And it's just great because you don't have to make a new mixture every time you work. So this is just awesome. But this gold is a bit too light for my taste. So I'm going to see what happens if I add some of my super dark coffee. Just like a few drops. And I'm hoping that will make it more gold. Yeah, I do think it darkened it a little bit. It's so foamy because I shook it before. I hope that won't matter. I don't want any huge blobs, so I'm a bit cautious. Oh, there's some on my tag. That's okay. Okay, stop, Barbara, stop. Actually, this one here is a bit much, so I'm going to try to soak this up with a paper towel. And this one as well. Also because they're going to take forever to dry, and I don't have that kind of patience in me. I put into Google short poem about meadows, and I found this one here, which is hard to read. It says, "Meadow quiet, meadow sweet, meadow flowers at my feet. Let me play, let me explore, let me stay forevermore." I needed something short because I don't have a lot of space here. So I will try to add that here. And the name of the poem is My Meadow. Unfortunately, there is no author here. So I want to stamp that title on this piece of coffee dyed paper. I'm using my black archival ink, and I'm using my clickable alphabet stamps, which are linked for you below as well. I'm going to add this so that I can stamp both words in a straight line. And meadow. Then I will tear around this with my tearing ruler. I'll ink it up with walnut stain. We can add a little bit more texture by adding some coffee dyed cheesecloth underneath. Maybe also a piece of this painted packaging paper. I'm not sure it's gonna work with the colors, but let's see. Not sure I like this. What if we put it on the top? Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so I can go ahead and glue these parts together. And now I feel it just needs a little bit more contrast in some places, so I want to add some tiny black splatters in some places as well. And since I don't have one of these jars yet with the black paint, I'm going to do that now. So I have my empty jar, and I'll just add some black acrylic paint. You can obviously also do this with watercolor. And then I'll add some water to that. So like this, and then we'll shake it up. See if that's enough, or we might have to just stir it with a paintbrush as well. Not a good idea. Oh no! Yep, I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew it when I was doing it. You know those moments? You're like, this is not a good idea. And you do it anyway. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Nothing bad happened. Wow, that was a close one. So we're going to gently stir this instead. Actually, Louisa, this is your fault. Because remember when we were doing that video together at your place, I opened one of your jars and you said I should shake it. And I said, I'm going to stir it. And you said, okay, that's fine too. And I had in my mind that you said to shake it, which is why I shook it now. I should probably test this before I splatter my page. Yep, they are definitely dark enough. Okay, so I want some here where the butterfly is. And then here. And here as well. And that's it. So there's my meadow page. Quick and easy, yet very effective. Thank you, Sky Bambi, for this great inspiration. I love my meadow. It's also, of course, a great way to consolidate a few pages when your journal is getting as bulky as mine. So maybe you want to give this a try. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah.